All right, yogis, come to the top of your mat. We're going to begin in Tadasana, in mountain pose. So I want your feet to be a hip width apart. We're going to give ourselves lots of space to begin our practice. And just rock backwards and forwards on the feet until you find that nice even distribution of weight in the soles of the feet. And then you're going to anchor down. Gently lift the kneecaps up. And then we're just going to slightly tuck the tailbone. Just a really, really subtle tuck here, so that we can lengthen through the spine, draw the belly in, shoulders roll up towards the ears and then down. Open your palms. And as the shoulders draw down, the back of the neck lengthens, your chin tucks ever so slightly. And you're just gazing straight ahead, maybe even closing the eyes if that feels nice. And in this pose, this strong, proud, tall pose, we're going to begin to breathe into the belly, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Nice deep full breaths in. Long, slow exhales out. Just anchoring ourselves in, tuning in. And then when you feel ready, letting the breath just come back to its natural rhythm and flow. And if you've closed the eyes over, go ahead and blink them open. Take a nice deep full breath in. Exhale the breath out. And let's warm the body up. Take an inhale, sweep the arms open wide. And as you exhale, bend the knees and forward fold down. And feel free just to pause here. Take a moment just to tune into how the body's feeling today. Maybe walking over towards the right and then over to the left. Breathing into all the spaces. And then when you get back to center, take an inhale, nice flat back. Draw the belly in and the shoulders away from the ears as you come to your halfway lift. And then exhale to release down. Go ahead and step back onto hands and knees. We're going to come into child's pose first of all. So toes together, knees apart. And then we're just going to slide the hands down as we bring the forehead down to the floor. Remember, if the forehead doesn't easily come to the floor, then just stack your fists one on top of the other. Find a resting place there. And if the arms are stretched out in front of you, we're going to walk the fingertips forward so that the elbows are lifted. So we have active arms here in our child's pose. Once again, if you'd like to get into the side body, maybe come up onto the fingertips. Take a little wander over towards the right. Lower the forehead down. Breathe into that left-hand side. And then on an inhale, take a little wander over towards the left. And then we're going to gently bring it on down. Forehead comes down to the floor. Breathe into that right-hand side. When you're ready, take it back to center. We're going to come up onto hands and knees and then slowly make our way into downward facing dog. And then we're just going to walk it out. Breathing, walking, stretching everything out, getting into all those little spaces. Couple more breaths here. All right, exhale completely. Gaze forward between your hands. Tiptoe up to the top of the mat. Feet are a hip width apart still, and we're just hanging out in our forward fold. Ground down through the feet. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Draw the belly in as you come up into your nice flat back. Keep the knees bent if that means that you can have the back nice and flat. And then take an exhale to surrender back down. Press down through the soles of the feet. Lower the hips just a little so that you can feel your thighs Activate here and then take a big inhale, push up through the feet and the thighs, all the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Let's go again, big inhale. Take up all the space and then exhale, dive on down. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. And exhale, melt on down. We're going to come back down onto our hands and knees here. We're going to do 3 rounds of cat-cow. So on our inhale, we dip the belly, curl the tailbone, crown the head up. And then as we exhale, we begin the movement from a tailbone and like a wave, roll it to the crown of the head as we arch. 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Make your way back into your downward facing dog. Tuck those toes. Big inhale lifts the hips up. Breathing into all the spaces. If you still feel like pedaling the heels is a nice thing to do for the backs of the legs, then do that. Otherwise you might just bend the knees, press the mat away with the hands, and then lift the hips. Get some beautiful length in the spine. Give the head a little shake out. One more breath here. Beautiful. Make your way back up to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart, torso just hanging out, head is nice and heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground down through the soles of your feet. Lower the hips just a little. Feel the thighs activate. Take a big inhale. Press up. And exhale. Last round. Big inhale up. And fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Belly in. And exhale. This time we're going to step it back into plank pose. Shoulders are directly over top of the wrists. Keep the hips a little bit lifted so that we're not down like this, but we're a little bit lifted. Dome slightly through the upper back. Take an inhale, lower your knees if you would like to. And as you exhale, bring everything down nice and even. Untuck the feet. Press the tops of the feet into the mat as you inhale, lift up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice deep full breaths in and out. Two more breaths here. And go ahead and look forward. Walking up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Big inhale sweeps you up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands down alongside you. Close the eyes. Just stand tall in your Tadasana for a moment. Breathing big. All right, we're going to up the intensity here and begin our Yoga Shred inspired HIIT series. So I'm going to press start and you're going to follow along with me. We've done this one before. It's the lunge into chair pose. It might take a couple of rounds to get the hang of it, but just stick with it. All right, so we begin feet are hip width apart. We step the right foot back, bend both knees, press into the left foot, come back, inhale, slide the hips back, belly in, squeeze the glutes as you come up. Right foot back, bend both knees, back to the start, inhale, exhale, squeeze. Now we're in our rest pose. So we're going to do 4 on our right side and 4 on our left side today. Inhale, step right foot back, press through the left foot, come back to the start, inhale, slide the hips back, exhale, squeeze. Let's go. You remember, go at your own pace here. And walk it out. 2 more on the right side. Big breaths in between. Feet are hip width apart, hands on hips. Inhale, press through the left foot. Big inhale, slide the hips back. Exhale, squeeze those glutes. Walk it out. 1 more on the right side. You should feel your heart rate rising here too. It means it's working. Plant the feet. Inhale. Press through the left foot. As you inhale, slide the hips. Squeeze the glutes. See if we can get 1 more in. Resting. All right, next time we begin, we're going to step the left foot back. Left foot back. Press through the right foot. Big inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Left foot back. Draw the belly in as you come down into chair pose. And walk. Anybody else getting a little bit warm here? I am. All right, when you're ready, left foot back. Press into the right foot. Inhale, belly comes in. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. Walk it out. 2 more to go. All right, plant those feet down. Take it easy as you come back. You might find that you're more balanced on one side. For me, my left-hand side, I've always got to be just a little bit more careful. All right, guys, we got 1 more. Just 1 more. All right, last round. Let's make it a good one. Left foot back. Make sure that you press into that right foot as you bring the left foot back to the front of the mat. And you draw the belly in as you come into chair pose. 1 more. Well done. Walk it out. All right, come to the center of your mat and you're going to stand with the feet kind of almost together, but the most important thing is that the heels are in and the toes are out. So we're going to do some wide leg squats and we're going to be stepping sideways. So we're going to keep working on the legs, get the glutes, but we're also going to involve the inner thighs as well. So we're going to do 4 rounds of this Yoga Shred inspired move, and then we're going to hit the floor and do the last 4 rounds targeting mainly just the inner and outer thighs. So assume position in the middle of your mat so that you can step long ways. We're going to, I'll give you a little demo first. You can do it along with me if you like. Place the hands on the hips. You're going to step the right foot out wide. We're going to bend the knees, come down into yogi squat. You're going to put your weight, press the weight into the left foot, and then you're going to bring the right foot back to center. Then we'll go to the left. So we step the left foot out wide. You've got to make sure that the heels are in, toes are out here. We're going to bend the knees, sink down into yogi squat. And we're going to press the weight into the right foot, step back to center, squeeze the glutes as you do this. So it's okay if the heels don't hit when you come to center. Just want to make sure that you have the heels in, toes out. All right, so we're going to do 4 rounds of that. Then we're going to hit the floor and do another 4 rounds of something a little bit different. So assume position. 4 rounds. When you're ready, feel free to move along with me or just go at your own pace. Squeeze the glute as you come back to center. Press into that center foot so that you're working the muscles here of that standing leg, and then we break. Just remember, it's important to go at your own pace here. Quality over quantity at this stage. Exhale out of the mouth if you need to as well. Squeeze the glutes. Let's get one more in. And walk it out. All right, we're halfway there in this round. Assume position, get in the middle. Hands on hips, step it out. I'm really focusing on pressing into that standing leg, the one that's in center, so that we can get maximum results in toning there. Come on, we can do one more. Beautiful. Walk it out. One more round. All right, feel ready. Breathe. Step it out. Center. Step it out. Center. Test yourself. See if you can go a little bit faster, but if you can feel your alignment getting all a little bit funny, just slow it back down. One more on the left. All right, walk it out. I'm going to hit pause here. Walk it out for a moment. So without too much fuss, bring yourself down onto the floor. You can see that I've got a pillow underneath my lower back here. Go ahead and press pause and grab a pillow if you need one. Or if you've got a block, you could even rest your, get supported by the block. You place it underneath the sacrum area of the lower back. This is just to support us a little bit for our next round of exercises. So just to give you a little visual, we're going to extend the legs. We're going to point the toes up towards the ceiling. You're going to feel your abdominals engage here as soon as you do this, and we're going to keep them engaged. So not only are we going to target inner thighs, but little bonus here, we're going to also help to tone the abdominal area of the torso as well. So the hands, I like to just kind of have the hands quite wide, palms facing down, just for stability. And then we're simply just going to scissor the feet like so. We're going to do that for 20 seconds. Then we're going to rest for 10. We're going to draw the knees in. And then we're going to do it for another 20. So we're going to do 4 rounds of that. Alrighty? So make sure that you've got support if you need it. Getting ready here. Toes pointed, belly firm. Begin to scissor the feet. Remember to have the arms wide if you need it, and continue to breathe. This is one of those deceptive ones that feels kind of easy until you get to about the 4th round, and then it starts to kick in. So just hug the knees into the chest, maybe bring the knees wide, do whatever needs to be done here, preparing for the 2nd round when you're ready. And you can have a go at alternating the speed at which you scissor the feet here. Maybe going a little faster, maybe going a little slower, just seeing what feels good for you. Keep it going to that last little ding. Beautiful. Have a rest. Whew. I'm definitely feeling a little bit warm. All right, let's go again. Keep that belly nice and firm. Have a little play round, get a little bit faster. Keep on going. Waiting for that 5-second ding. Don't stop till you hear the last one. And rest. Maybe do some ankle rotations. All right, extend the legs. This is it. Go a little bit faster, firm that belly. You'll feel your inner thighs after this one. Keep it going, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, bring the knees into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And let's just for a moment, just bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open wide. I'm just going to remove my pillow here so it's a little bit more comfortable. Find comfortable placement for the hands. And let's just rest here for a beat. Breathe into the belly. Go ahead and extend the legs nice and long so you're on your back. And we're going to begin to actively target the core and the abdominals now. So we're going to interlace the fingers and place them behind the head. And cup them just around the base of the skull there, that kind of comfy bit. And we're literally, for this one, going to keep the elbows nice and wide. We're going to keep the tummy firm. And we're just going to do little pulses. So we're only lifting up to where the bottom of the shoulder blades are. It's not a big movement. And we just want to make really sure that we're pressing the head into the hands and we're not yanking the head forward, okay? We want to keep the head pressing into the hands so that we're actually using our core to lift ourselves up and do our little pulses. So we're going to do 4 rounds of these. And then we're going to come up into boat pose and do another variation to continue to target the abdominals. So when you're ready, go ahead and interlace the fingers, bring them to the base of the skull. Legs are out long in front of you, heels are into the floor. And we will begin our 4 rounds. Remember to keep the belly nice and firm and continue to breathe. This is a nice one to breathe out of the mouth. Keep going to that last ding and rest. We're going to bring the arms up overhead. Take a big stretch and breathe in. Getting ready, interlace. Press the head into the hands. Firm the belly. And then begin your pulses. Keep it going. And rest. Big breath in. Interlace the fingers. Press the head back. Remember, we're only lifting to where the shoulder blades begin. And rest. Whew. Guys, we've got 1 more round. Stretch it out. Preparing for your last round. Give it all you got here. Exhale out of the mouth. Let your belly do the work here. All right, rest. I'm just going to hit pause. Stretch it out. Big inhale. And exhale. All right, draw the knees into the chest, turn onto your side, or just rock and roll up, whatever feels best for you. We're going to begin on our sit bones, have the soles of the feet on the floor to begin with. We're going to take underneath of our thighs, just where the crease of our knees are, and then we're going to pull the thighs so that we can lift the chest up. So we want to keep the pelvis tilting forward. We don't want to be back here. So if you need to give yourself more room so that you can draw the chest up, that's what you do. All right, from here, we're going to lean back slightly, make sure that chest stays nice and lifted, and then we're going to lift the legs up. So we're in a little boat pose here. And we're going to simply maybe let go of the legs. Keep them there for support if you like, but we're just simply going to tap the toes, alternating sides for the last 4 rounds. Otherwise, it might look a little bit like this. Keep the chest nice and lifted. All right, get ready. So most important thing is chest lifted, belly is firm. All right, going to hit resume. We've got about another 5 seconds before the round begins. Lean back, chest lifted, belly firm. Lift those legs up, and we're going to begin to tap the toes. Make sure that you continue to breathe. What do we got? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to come in, give ourselves a big hug. Those abdominals. Lean back, lift the chest, firm the belly, lift the legs when you're ready. Keep on squeezing the belly button here. Working the legs actually as well as the abdominals, so there you go. You'll have a beautiful toned fit body in no time. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Whew. All right, we're halfway there. Give yourself a big hug. Take your time as you set up. Breathing in and out. Exhaling through the mouth if it makes it feel a little bit easier there. Keep on tapping. We're so close. Keep on tapping to that last ding. All right, rest it. We have one more. One more big breath in. And exhale. All right. Strong here. Chest lifted, belly firm. Tap it. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Gaze is relaxed. Keep on breathing. Keep on going. Oh, give yourself a big hug. All right, just breathe here. All right, bring yourself down. Take it easy. I'm just going to do a little spinal twist just to bring out some of that energy we've just created in the abdominal solar plexus area. So you can keep your soles of your feet on the floor if you wish for a more subtle twist. Otherwise, knees can be in at the chest. And we're just going to let the knees softly drop over to the right. You can turn your gaze to look out over the left if you like. Find comfortable placement for the arms. And just let yourself breathe here. And we're going to take it through center and gently drawing knees over to the left. Maybe your gaze turns over to the right. Go ahead and come back to center. The knees, a little squeeze. All right, so for the last round before we begin our well-deserved cool down and stretch, we are targeting the arms. So for the first 4 rounds, we're going to be in tabletop, and then in the remaining 4, we'll be in reverse tabletop. So it's important that the fingers are spread nice and wide apart and that we're grounding down through the hands. If you can, you want to have the insides of the elbows pointing forwards, and we're sliding the elbows back as we do our little pulses, and we want to press through the hands, find the power there, so we're not using our shoulders and our neck. Now, if you need to, because you're a little bit maybe stiff through the elbows or the shoulders because we're not used to it, or if you have wrist problems, we're going to turn the fingers in ever so slightly so the elbows can be a little wider. But it's really important, we don't want to be here. We might just be very subtly kind of here. All right, so if you need to change once we begin, have a little play around with what feels good, or maybe even just hit pause and just test it out, see what happens. Now, if your shoulders are directly over top of the wrists, that's absolutely fine. If you need to kind of slide it back a little bit to take some of the pressure off the wrists, or if you're building strength, you can do that. If you'd like to challenge yourself, then you lean forward slightly so that the shoulders are just slightly past the wrists, and you'll go like this. This is going to be more top heavy, yeah? So you're going to use that power in the palm of your hands to press through that. So there's lots of different versions. So get ready to begin. We'll do 4 rounds here, and then we'll flip it over and do our reverse when you're ready. And once again, it's really important to continue to breathe, maybe exhaling through the mouth here. Continue to press through the hands so that we're using that power to create the strength. And then as we rest, we're going to sit back on the heels, open the arms wide, or you might even come into child's pose if you like. All right, let's go again, second round. Remember, fingers facing forward unless you need to angle them in slightly. Elbows sliding back, using that power in the palms of our hands. And feeling the arms burn. All right, take a rest, shake it out. I like to do big circles and kind of wave my arms around here. Get it ready. And when you're ready, next 20 seconds, try not to get careless here. Want to practice our mindfulness as we move so that we're not using the neck and the shoulders as momentum here. It's all in the palms of our hands. Whew, and these add up really quickly. We've got one more on this side. All right, let's get ready. Last round, make it powerful. Remember, slow it down if you need to. I like to go at a medium pace because otherwise I feel like I tend to get a little bit careless. My elbows start flying out. My shoulders and my neck get involved. All right, bring it back. I'm going to hit pause. Shake out those arms. In these pauses, take those big breaths in and out. Breathe into the belly. All right, last 4 rounds. We're going to come back onto our sit bones, have the feet a hip width apart. We're going to bring the fingers inwards. See if you can squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're going to press down through the feet, lift the hips, and then we're going to do the same action but in reverse. So we're still bending the elbows and we're still using the power in the palms of our hands, all right? Try not to get the shoulders and the neck involved here. This is a good one. Just take it slowly, and then as you get more confident with the alignment, then you can speed it up and challenge yourself a little bit more. If you need to take a rest, take a rest. If by this stage your wrists are sore, you could even come down here and you could just practice pressing through the elbows and the forearms and lifting like so. Every little bit counts, so keep at it. Alrighty. Got our little 10-second rest here, so time to get ready. Press through the hands, lift the hips, and bend the elbows as you dip up and down. Breathe it out. Power in the palms of your hands here. The hips are just kind of hanging in midair. Try not to get them involved. And we're just going to hug the knees as our resting point here. Head can hang, big breaths in and out. All right, set yourself up. Lift. Keep on pressing. Keep it mindful. Keep it going. Oh, whew. All right, breathe it in, breathe it out. Mindfully set up your position when you're ready. Keep it going. Short little burst. You got 10 seconds. And then we got one more round. Holy moly. Alrighty. Do what you gotta do here. Last round, guys. Find some power. Remember, slow it down. Find your alignment. So close. We made it. Big breaths in and out. Let the head just hang. Breathing in and out here. All right, let yourself roll on down. Bring your knees into the chest, and that's just massage lower back, spine area. All right, we're just going to give the arms just a little rest here, let them cool down a little bit. Bring the feet to the floor, and then we're going to keep the left foot on the floor. Bring the right ankle to the left thigh. Let the knee drop open, and you might even stay here if you like, or if you wish you could lift up the left leg and then interlace the hands behind the left thigh. And we're just going to breathe into that space. And the shoulders be heavy. Three more breaths here. Once you've taken your third exhale, gently bring left foot down and then right. And we'll do the same on the left side. So left ankle hooks to the right thigh. Gently Lifting up that right leg. If you wish, you can keep it down if you like and just relax the arms. Otherwise, interlace the fingers. And just pause here, breathe. 8 breaths. Breathing deep into the belly. And bringing back the yogic style of breathing, which is inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Hold about 3 more breaths here. And we're just going to bring it down. Let's come back into butterfly for 8 breaths. So bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees come open. Feel free to find comfortable placement for the arms. I like to have mine wide after doing the arms, but you could choose to have them alongside you or even overhead, taking opposite forearms. Big breaths into the belly. Three more breaths here. And then just slowly closing the knees over, sliding the legs nice and long, and bringing the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers and then spin the hands inside out and take a big stretch, stretching through the arms. We're just going to mindfully scoot the feet over to the right edge of the mat and then the shoulders. Maybe taking opposite forearms with hands and just stretching out the side body, the arms here, maybe crossing left ankle over right. Pause here to breathe. And then just really mindfully, we're going to do the same on the left side. So go through center first, and then when you're ready, scoot the legs, the feet over to the left, and then the shoulders. Find that nice stretch down the right hand side. Maybe hook the right ankle over the left. And just pause here to breathe. And bring it back to center. We're going to move into a well-deserved Shavasana. So arms are wide away from the torso, palms are up, feet are out to the edges of the mat, toes hanging out. Big breath in. And exhale. And let yourself just melt into a restful and relaxing Shavasana for as long as you like. When you're finished resting, slowly making your way into a comfortable seat to finish your practice. Namaste.